How's it going, Rogues Gallery? You know, I've been thinking, cat girls are great and all, but I can't help but want something with a little more bark. Hold that thought, just 1 second here. Nice. Alright, so today we have our Abyssal Heaven preview for Grand Archive, and whew, it's a nice one here. We have 4 cards to showcase today. Well, technically like 3 cards and a token, and well, there's some good stuff. They gave me some good stuff to spoil, so we're not going to beat around the bush too much. Let's go ahead and get started with the first card. This is an uncommon card called Dire Requiem. It is a 2-cost action tamer skill melody. It is of the fire element, and it says summon a dire wolf token. Class bonus, you may banish a fire element card from your graveyard. If you do, summon another dire wolf token. Now, what is a dire wolf token? Well, a dire wolf token is a 0-cost ally tamer beast wolf token that is a 2/1 that says at the beginning of your end phase, sacrifice dire wolf. Now, this is pretty cool. This is basically a 2-cost card, and if you use the banish fire element ability on it, that's 4 damage. So 2 cost for 4 damage in Grand Archive is an above rate, I would say. And not to mention that those dire wolf tokens are tamer beast tokens, so you can, utilize them for any other, synchronicity, synergy. That's the word that card players like to use. So yeah, I think it's cool. It's a cool aggressive card if you want to make like a fire tamer style deck to do like a lot of extra damage. So that's going to kind of set the scene a little bit for our next card. And the next card is going to be what I hinted at, and I guess this technically hints at it as well. We got a lot of fire dogs here. Well, not dog, fox. So we have Qiao, that cinderbinder, and I just have to say before we break down the card, look at this. Is absolutely amazing. She is a unique ally, mage, tamer, animal, human, fox. So for Mortal Ambition, they gave me a cat girl. For Abyssal Heaven, they gave me a fox girl. What can I say? The weebs of the shore team, they know me too well. So Qiao is a 0/4 that costs 3. She has a really unique ability. She says, allies with frenzy counters on them don't obey their controller. They go mad for her. Everyone goes mad for Qiao. And she says, class bonus, you can use your effect, choose one, put a frenzy counter on target ally. That's great. Or empower X, where X is the amount of allies on the field with a frenzy counter on them. So essentially what she can do is she can lock down your opponent's allies. They're too enamored with her to obey their controller, and then once you've kind of like controlled your opponent's board, well, then you can use them to empower, which is really cool. Yeah, I like this card. It has some of the best art I've seen so far. She's awesome. And I think it's really cool in a like a controlling style deck where you want to control the board and then go for a big empowered spell, which I think is really cool. So we have the Fox Girl. I've shown you the fire wolves with the dire wolves. Now let me show you what I think is going to be, well, I'll let you tell me whether or not you think this next card is good. So let me introduce you to Censer of Restful Peace. This is a 0-drop regalia item, cleric accessory with a single line of text. Cards in graveyards lose all abilities. Now I'm going to turn that to you. Do you think this card is good? The answer is yes. The answer is yes. This is a really good card. Yeah, I mean, it just turns off all abilities in graveyards from cards. It turns off floating memory and everything else. This card is pretty good against some specific strategies, and I think it's just the exact kind of card that Grand Archive needs to balance, broken shenanigans. So this being a 0-drop, I can see this seeing play in a ton of decks, especially if we see even more graveyard shenanigans come in the future. Don't get me wrong, I love my Qiao. I think she's fantastic. But out of all the cards that they gave me to spoil, I think the Censer is going to see the most play over the long term. But I'll tell you what, I want to play with Qiao. Obviously. So yeah, that's going to be our spoiler for Abyssal Heaven. Thank you to Weebs of the Shore team for giving me these cards to share with you all. They hit the nail on the head here. I got a really cool aggressive fire card. I got a really cool, Fox Girl to share with everyone. And then just a sweet meta card that I think is going to be really useful. So let me know what you all think in the comment section down below. I appreciate it. Grand Archive's great. Really looking forward to Abyssal Heaven. Yo, those Recollection decks, though, I'm not going to talk about them in this video, but bro, they look so good. They look so good. I rated the Recollection decks for last year in 2024 as my best product of the year for TCGs. And, these new ones are shaping up to be on par. I'm very much looking forward to them. So, yeah, I'm starting to ramble. Thanks for watching. See you later.